My name is Mark Ramsey. I'm a long-time fighter for conservative candidates, conservative values, conservative platform planks, conservative things in the legislative priorities, all those kinds of things. I'll mention a few of them, but what I want to point out is that this accountability battle that Wayne mentioned, this accountability battle has been going on for 40 years or so. It may be more than that. It probably goes back a couple of hundred years ago. And fundamentally, you've got sort of the ruling class versus the grassroots. Well, what has happened in this particular race is we have a candidate that has been picked by the ruling class of Washington, D.C. that's being crammed down our throats. So why did I get into the race? It was basically, I had been term limited off the SREC. I was starting to think about grandkids and things like that. And some activists like yourselves came to me. They had started vetting candidates that were already announced for the race. And essentially they said, Mark, nobody in this race, including the Washington, D.C. establishment-backed guy, nobody's got any experience pushing conservative issues. And we know you do, and we know you're effective at it, and we know you know how to word things to get things actually done. Would you please consider getting in this race? And I'd be lying if I said, 10 years ago it hadn't entered my mind that I'd run for something. But by and large, running for public office wasn't on my bucket list. I was kind of like Wayne before he got in the legislature. I was working behind the scenes, trying to get everything conservative, get conservative candidates elected, those kind of things. I tried to talk some other people into running, frankly. It wasn't really what I wanted to do. Filing deadline's approaching. There's nobody in the race to take on the Washington, D.C. establishment. I tried really hard to get some really well-known name people that if I said their names, it'd be unanimous applause in here. I could not convince them to run. And so finally, the last day of filing, there wasn't anybody else to do it. I wasn't going to let Washington pick our next new representative from Texas, so I filed.